What's up, boys? Um, I'm not going over a trade recap. I'm just going over how trash this price action has been. I mean, I know that there was no news this week, but holy crap. Like, I'm down on the week by like $400, but I'm in a trade right now. And I didn't do a trade recap because the other day I followed my rules and I lost. Yesterday was kind of a weird day of price action. But I've gotten three break even trades. Um, so yesterday was so here's the P&L or whatever. So Monday break even. Tuesday got a break even trade. So both of these break even trades, they break even me and then they went to take profit. So that was really frustrating. And then because I saw that on Tuesday, I just gambled and I didn't follow my rules. Wednesday, break even trade, and then no. I lost the trade, but it followed my rules, so I wasn't mad at that. And then I entered a trade, and my original exit plan got hit, so the original liquidity pool got hit, but I dragged my take profit and I was greedy. Um, but eventually it ran to take profit. So I just because if I would have gotten that piece of the pie, I would have been green, probably like $150. And today, break even trade, and now I'm in a trade right now. Um, and I want to go over this break even trade with y'all because this was really frustrating. Obviously, I knew, like, looking at price, we would dump. Um, let's see here. I think we're just about to get hit, take profit right here. Should I go to. That would be insane if we reject off this level. That would actually be insane. I would want to fucking rip my shaft off if we just reject off that level. That would actually be insane. That would really piss me off if this is live trading and but anyways, let's go over the trade recap of the break even trade. So, obviously we were bullish past 10 a.m. and so we have a nice. Holy crap, my computer is so slow. So we have a nice V shape, and so yeah, nice V shape out of this 5 minute IFEG. And what I wanted to see out of this V shape is a retrace into equilibrium. And so we tap into equilibrium, and then we have a 1 minute inverse, but I entered in off of this 30-second inverse. And my break even point was right here. So inverse hit my break even point and then stop me out. And that's kind of how it's been. Last break even trade, like if I were to go over the whole entire week of all the break even trades, um, it is rough. It's been the same thing: lick sweep, inversion, retrace to equilibrium, then take the inverse to the upside, target your piece of the pie. The other day, I was just very greedy because I lost the first trade following my rules, following my system. So that obviously sucks. But that doesn't excuse the fact that like you need to still be grounded with your exit plan. Every entry you need an exit, and my original exit was there. It got hit, it played out, and eventually like it hit all of my take profit points. And that's another thing too, especially this month, is it's been really hard to get an entry. Um, it's been very hard to get an entry because, dude, if we like inverse off of this, bro, I'm actually gonna be pissed, bro. It's been really hard to get an entry because there's been liquidity pools, there's been good conditions, right, to mark out. Like there's been bullish, there's been bearish conditions, and there's been pretty decent price action and good liquidity to target. However, it's just been so like the like especially if you trade IFEGs, like it inverses in IFEGs upwards and it hits like your break even point. And it's like mechanically it could still play out, but like it's still not the best IFEG trade because it hits your break even point as it inverses. And that was a trade that I took last week where it was pretty obvious where the draw on liquidity was, but it inversed, hit my break even point as it inversed. But I still took the trade because I was like, we're still bullish, but then I lost. And it swept and then it inversed again and then it actually made the move. So that's one thing like you guys and me myself, right? Like I'm no better. I'm the same person as you. I have eyes, I have a mouth. I'm a human just like you. I don't know anything more than you guys. Maybe some confluences, maybe just more discretion. Who knows? Right? But like this whole entire month has really been tough on me personally. This has definitely been my hardest season of trading. And we're probably about to hit take profit right now. Live take profit. Jeez Louise, finally, bro. Like, dude, okay, now let's go into this trade recap because we're here. Um, so let's get this off of my screen. So, well, actually, let's go back to what I'm saying. Sorry. Yeah, break even, revenge, not revenge trade, but lack of impatience. It's because like I was, um, what is it? I was like $300 away from a payout. And so the reason why this was like the toughest, like psychology wise month of trading was because one, I'm close to a payout. Two, I know that my system works and I know that I'm profitable. I know that like these past months, yeah, they've been tough, like price action wise, but I've stuck through it. And three, all it is just me like I just need to not be emotional. And so break even went to take profit. Break even went to take profit. So here I was like really impatient and I just forced something. I forced a trade that I would never take ever. It was an OTE trade. I don't really like those because they kind of make me nervous. And here, lost first trade, followed my rules, so I was good. And then I was just patient. Boom, entered a beautiful continuation short because the other day we were very bearish. And then what happens? I'm greedy. That's another emotion. Emotion, emotion. These two emotion days, had they been reversed, we could be up. And today, we're up $300, right? So, up $300. And what happens? If we're up $300 and we don't have these days, right, or the minus 20, already had a payout, right? So just learn from me. Obviously, I need to keep learning, I need to keep growing. And this is something that God just wanted me to endure, to learn, because it's something that I've never faced before, right? It's just something that I've never faced. I've never faced this type of like um, mental struggle in trading recently because like before I was just like losing and I kind of just accepted it, right? But here it's like after every single week I look at my data, after every single month I look at my data, I see that I'm winning, I see that I'm making more money than I'm losing, but yet why am I not getting these payouts? And it's because of these emotion days where I'm just not living like God. Like I'm not living like Christ. Like I'm literally after that day, the first red day of the week, I was really mad. I was like super pissed. And then when I was greedy, I wasn't really mad. I was kind of just like, you're better, bro. Like you're better, right? Like had that been a green day, we could have been up 400 on the week. 400 on the week, right? Because this would have been 150, 160, 300, 460. So we would have been like up 200 on the week. And that would have gotten me like, all I would need by tomorrow is maybe like $100, $200. Who knows? But I'm not even trying to like think about that, right? I'm not even trying to think about the payout. But let's get into this trade recap. I know there's a lot on my screen. I was just marking out a bunch of fair value gaps to see if we could respect. So obviously, we're bullish. We continued higher. We broke above this 15-minute gap. We inversed it. What I would wanted to see is, a tap into this unfilled 5-minute right here. So we get an unfilled 5-minute tap in sweep, lick sweep, tap in. And then in that tap in, we get it right here, but maybe we created an internal SMT. I'm not really sure. When was this? 11:08. ES was just pumping today, which was like really, yeah, internal liquidity sweep. It was just really, it was really frustrating today because this trade, beautiful, followed my rules. This trade, even beautiful, but then it just took such a long time to deliver. Maybe in hindsight, I should have just entered in off of this to get a better RR. But I entered off of this inversion right here. And yeah, orders just wanted to get back into this inversion. So I kind of, I don't know, because the way that price has been playing, whenever we inverse, it just feels like it just keeps pumping up. Like, you saw it before market, like over there. You saw it here. Like, it just kept pumping up. And I thought the same way, so that's why I just clicked the buy button. But yeah, we get that internal sweep, tap into the 5-minute. We have an internal SMT right here. And then we have a nice V-shape IFVG. And I entered in off of that because obviously ES is pumping. Obviously, this 4-hour candle right here, as you see here, is open, low, high. Like, open, high, low, close all the way above. There's just so much resting liquidity above. I think it just wanted to get stop orders out and just fill the imbalances of the hourly gaps. And there was also a 1-hour high time frame SMT right here. NQ doesn't sweep this low, whereas ES swept that low. So there was a high time frame SMT, so now I'm looking bullish. It's just price action was just really dog shit right here. And then as soon as we got a breakaway, inverse, retrace, IFVG. Good continuation. And I marked out this equilibrium from, the lick sweep, swing low to the swing high. And so normally, had I probably just not been antsy and just waited a little bit because I knew that we would ultimately want to fill this imbalance or maybe get orders in. Because I thought we would just like keep pumping, boom, 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 boom. You know how it is. But then we tap into equilibrium. When I saw that, I was like, okay, I was a little bit better. And then when I saw this 1-minute IFEG, I was like, okay, we should just start flushing. But I know like we're in lunch, so it's gonna be a little bit choppy. But that's the trade, right? Disrespecting bearish, respecting bullish, lick sweep, tap into an unfilled 5, V shape, IFEG. Pretty solid continuation. And obviously, I could have targeted these highs, which I do think like they'll get swept. But these are equal highs, and we're near 10 a.m. 10 a.m. open. So normally Price likes to trade in that level and reverse or manipulate. Um, so like if you trade Powell's model, you would have, you know, fed your family today because 10 a.m. was right there for a reversal move. So, but yeah, learn from me. I'm not trying to like, I know I say this, like, I'm not trying to like only post my wins and stuff, but like what do I say to y'all? You know, I said it right now, right? Like I was just emotional. Like I'm not gonna waste like a 5 minute. I'm not gonna waste like my memory creating a 5 minute video saying, "Oh yeah, I was just greedy. I was just gambling. I was creating my prize picks and my Kalshi picks on trading. I was dope." Like, yeah, I mean, I just wasn't. Yeah, no. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like spazzing out. Sorry. All right. Love y'all. God bless.